Authentic margarita pizza with a perfectly crispy homemade crust. Welcome to Alia's Food Diary. The first step is to proof our yeast. Take 400 ml of water and microwave until it's lukewarm. Always check the temperature of your water before adding the yeast, because if it's too warm, it will kill your yeast. Now add the active dry yeast. Add a tablespoon of sugar. Stir to combine and let it rest for 5 minutes. If your yeast is active, the mixture will have bubbles like this. If not, you should replace your yeast and start over. Now in a large mixing bowl, add 1 kg flour and some salt. Mix with a spatula and make a well in the center. Pour in some olive oil. Olive oil gives a fantastic aroma to the crust, but if you don't have it, replace it with any other vegetable oil. Now pour in the yeast mixture and mix with a spatula. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and push that subscribe button right now. And don't forget the bell icon. I come up with new videos twice a week. At this point, we'll add some more water depending on the consistency of your dough. Once everything is roughly mixed, sprinkle some flour on your counter and start kneading your dough on it. The dough will be very sticky at first, but do not add a lot of flour to it. Use your palms to knead the dough like this. This way we are stretching the dough and developing the gluten in it. Keep kneading it for 7 to 10 minutes or until it becomes smooth, elastic and stretchy. Shape it into a ball and oil the surface. Transfer it to a bowl. The best way to see if your dough is properly kneaded is the window pane test. Tear a small piece of dough and stretch it with your fingers. If it's ready, the dough will stretch into a thin layer that you can see through or light can pass through, as you can see here. Now cover the dough with a damp cloth and leave it in a warm place for an hour. You can see that our dough has doubled in size. Take it out of the bowl and stretch it roughly into a rectangle. The light was too bright. So cut it into 6 pieces. And using your hands, shape them into beautiful round pieces of dough. Now cover and let them rise for another hour. I've found that this double rise of the dough gives my pizza a light and crispy crust. It's time to assemble the pizza. First of all, preheat your oven to 230 degrees Celsius or the highest temperature that your oven goes. Our dough balls have doubled in size. Take a dough ball and form the base using oil and your fingers. Note that we're not using a rolling pin here because it flattens all the bubbles that have formed in the dough during the past hour, and we're using oil instead of flour to avoid making our crust dense. I'm making my pizza in a cast iron skillet which I've already preheated on a high flame. This method gives a very crispy and brown crust to our pizza, which is very hard to achieve in homemade pizzas. But you can also assemble this pizza on a regular baking sheet and bake it for 15 to 20 minutes at 230 degrees Celsius. If you're using a cast iron skillet, add some oil to the skillet and carefully transfer the pizza base to it. Spread as much pizza sauce as you like. I clearly like my pizza with a lot of sauce. Also, I'll be posting the recipe to this quick and delicious homemade pizza sauce, so don't forget to check that out. Now I'm adding loads of grated cheese and some fresh homemade mozzarella. Top with fresh basil leaves and a drizzle of olive oil. Transfer the skillet to the oven and bake for 10 to 12 minutes. And now it's time for the cheese pull.